Okay, so we're going to dive into a topic that's, well, it's powerful, it's fundamental, and honestly, it's usually pretty misunderstood. We're talking about sexual energy, but we're going to look at it in a way you probably haven't before, as this core life force that literally animates all of us. And right off the bat, let's just get to the heart of it. This idea right here, this is our starting point. It's meant to challenge that first thought that pops in your head, because we're not just talking about physical attraction or lust. We're going so much deeper than that. So if it's not just desire, then what in the world is it? Well, let's try to frame it as the very source of life itself. Yeah, I mean the energy that animates everything around us, and more importantly, everything inside of us. Now check out this definition. This is where it gets really interesting. Think about that. An invisible current, like electricity or gravity, it's this fundamental force that's holding all of creation together. So it's not just your personal energy, it's universal, and it's flowing through you right now as you're listening to this. And this is a beautiful way to put it. This isn't something you need to go out and find or earn or buy. It's not external at all. It's an inherent part of you, this sacred river that's already flowing. The real work isn't in trying to create it, it's just in learning to recognize it. And look at how deeply connected it is to our entire being. This inner river influences everything, from something as automatic as your breathing to the really complex patterns of your thoughts and feelings. You could say this energy is the undercurrent of your entire experience of being alive. And this isn't some new idea somebody just came up with. Not at all. This is an ancient truth, a concept that's been recognized by cultures all over the world for centuries. I mean, whether you call it qi in Chinese medicine, or prana in Hindu philosophy, or Kundalini in yogic traditions, the name changes, but the core concept, it's exactly the same. You have all these different cultures, different languages, and they're all pointing to the very same essential life force. And that right there, that's the common thread that ties them all together. This energy is seen as the bridge, the divine current that connects our tangible, physical bodies with our intangible, spiritual selves. It's what makes us more than just flesh and bone. So, okay, we've got this incredibly powerful current running through us. What do we do with it? Well, this leads us to a really important fork in the road. We can either learn to work with its flow, or we can end up creating a serious imbalance. And this just lays it out so clearly. When we honor this energy, when we respect it, it strengthens us. It awakens our creativity. It literally restores our sense of inner power. But when we suppress it or fear it or distort it, it doesn't just disappear. Instead, it becomes a source of confusion, of pain, and a deep imbalance in our lives. This is the million-dollar question, right? It's the natural next step. If the stakes are this high, the difference between inner power and inner pain, how do we actually do this? How do we get on the right side of that chart? The answer really is all about reclaiming your own power. And this isn't about following some rigid set of rules from a book. It's about making an internal shift, a shift in your perspective and your intention. And here's another really crucial point we have to make. This process, this awakening, is not just an excuse to indulge every whim and desire. No, that would be missing the entire point. It's actually a much more subtle and profound practice than that. So instead of indulgence, think of it more like learning to listen. It's about reclaiming this sacred, intuitive language that your own body and spirit are constantly speaking. It's about tuning into the wisdom that's already there, just waiting for you, right beneath all the noise of daily life. Now this is a really powerful idea to sit with. The energy itself isn't good or bad. It's totally neutral. Think of it like fire. Fire can cook your food and keep you warm, right? Or it can burn down a whole forest. The power isn't in the fire itself, but in how you choose to use it. And what that means is that the responsibility, it's ours. The energy becomes a force for light, for things like healing and creativity, or a force for darkness, for pain and confusion. And it's all based on our own actions and our intentions. The power is in our hands. And the path to using it for light is, it's actually remarkably simple, though that doesn't always mean it's easy. It really comes down to these two things: approaching this energy with love, not fear, and directing it with a clear, conscious intention, not just carelessness. And the results? the payoff for doing this work? Oh, they're completely transformative. We're not just talking about feeling a little bit better here. We're talking about deep healing for the body, a real restoration for the soul, and yeah, the potential to ignite a truly profound spiritual awakening.
And maybe this is the most powerful way to see it, not as something base or shameful or purely physical, but as something utterly divine, as the very breath of a higher power moving through your being in every single moment.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. Once you truly get this, once you see yourself as being animated by this sacred, creative, divine current, it changes everything. It changes how you see your body, how you see your spirit, your place in the universe. You really will never see yourself the same way again.